and then we just work it back and forward, back and forward. So I've just been lapping valves, just taking all the valves out of the head. I got it back from the machinist, machined the face, left all the valves in, and I've gone and taken them out, taken all the springs out, and then gone and lapped them all. So what I've got is some fine grade lapping paste, and also just some coarse stuff. So I do one run with coarse, take them all out, clean them, and then one run with fine on all of them. The usual way of doing it is the old stick and suction cup, and stick that on the end and work your way on. That seems to work fine, but this thing's getting a bit old and it doesn't actually suction cup very well, and it just takes forever and hurts your hands. So I've come up with a new way, which is just sticking a hunk of hose in the drill and sticking that in the end so the valve comes through. So if I grab this valve here, chuck him through the slide, so you have paste on the end of that, and that then seats in the seat, and then we get the drill and we stick that on the end of the valve and spin it up, and then we just work it back and forward, reverse and forwards, till it works its way in. And then what you're actually going for is, on the valve it gets sort of a line on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it starts to wear sort of a groove on both surfaces, and that's what's actually going to end up sealing the valve. So you just keep working that till it's well, the hose actually starts to twirl a bit once it starts getting quite stiff, because it's actually really working its way in, and then it's good to go basically. So yeah, I've gone and done that on all of these. Should be some GoPro footage of that, just working away. Now I have to clean it all, and then I've got some new stem seals to put on. So they go on the end of the stems here. That's what actually seals the valve slide, because you will get oil or stuff going down which you don't want. So that seals that, and then just tidy up this a bit. There's a few sort of marks in places that I'm not too happy with. Clean that up and then stick all the valves back on. So then I've got this clamping tool here, which you have to clamp the valve springs down, and then put these little retainer clip thingies in, which is always fun to do. So I'll get on to that. So the reason for doing a whole lot of head work on the FX is the other day it started to burn water, or evaporate water. I came home one day and it was overheating, and all the water was gone, so filled it up, and then it's just been since then just water's been disappearing, and there's bubbles in the radiator, so it sort of leads to the head gasket. So rip the head off, and yeah, sure enough, the head gasket on some of it was real shiny, so it's been seeping water through. So the time that I did, you've seen in an older video, I replaced the head on this to get it back up and running when one of the valve springs broke. I had no idea what the condition of the head was. I just cleaned it and put it on. So it obviously was a little bit warped, which was allowing the water to pass through. So I got it planed, and as you saw, I've put all the valve train back in, and now it's actually torqued down. So your first of these classic 4Hs is 29 Newton meters of torque on the head bolts all down, and then you torque by 90 twice, so you do the odd pattern. I've done this before on the 86, it's the same engine, so same idea. So that's all done, so I can now start piecing it back together, put the cams back in and whatnot. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's got a fresh head gasket, and then all the valves are all been reseated and everything. It should live on for quite a while. It's all just back to standard valve train, so should just work. Hopefully I'll have no more water issues. So yeah. As you can see, it's all back up and running. So to set the timing with the ECU, because it's running a link, so if you set that to base of 10, put the timing light on it. But yeah, it seems alright. Just bleeding the water through now, so a little bit of time to heat up.